A good week of your people coming in since the middle of last week to now. I mean, coming in, it's all been going well. They're very good people. They're very chilled on the sofa.
Lovely mixture of people across the divide.
Absolutely.
With wonderful stories to tell.
Absolutely. And it's, they take you by the hand down the avenues, the streets and the hills surrounding old Newry, Joe.
Yes. And I'm the senior one of the group. And they all look to me.
The patriarch.
As in, Habemus Papem.
Yes.
Joseph Alfonso Morgano.
Don Corleone.
You're not Don Corleone. St. Francis.
Yes.
So is it onerous? Are the responsibilities of being the patriarch very, very difficult?
I'm enjoying it very much.
Yeah.
Because they all are very good to me.
Are they?
And comfort me.
Do they comfort you?
Me, yes.
Do they bring you flowers? You send for the renewal of the oxygen tanks?
Yes.
I didn't say that, Joseph. I didn't say that. No.
No, thank God, no oxygen yet.
No, yeah, but when it comes, it'll come to all of us. It's all great. But all the oxygen you need is that blue sky out there and the sun that's shining. Look at the colour of you, for goodness sake.
Yeah, that's the Costa del Morns out on the Morns.
Wow.
Up in Joanne yesterday.
Are you still walking?
Still walking, yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to.
How are the joints sticking? Are they sticking? Yeah.
Yeah.
Muscularly, you'd be okay. You're an old Shamrocks man, but the joints actually are different, aren't they?
I'm suffering from arthritis, even in the fingers and knees and that. But I take maybe a painkiller before I go out. And
that does no harm. Yeah. That's interesting. The sunshine will do the arthritis the world of good, of course.
Great.
Yeah.
And it's a great achievement when you come down. And yesterday we were very careful to make sure that we had enough water with us, particularly in the heat.
Yeah.
And but it was great coming off the mountains and that feeling that we looked down at Slieve Loch Shanna, down at the lake there.
Yeah.
And we took we had our tenses on top of Joanne, looking down over the Silent Valley.
And Joanne is a mountain there.
A mountain, yeah.
Oh, that's
beautiful wee mountain.
It's
and
Joanne.
We had our dinner. We had our sort of breakfast dinner up
there. That's good. Now, I saw you all there. I was going over in a helicopter, and I saw you all about a quarter mile apart, just speckled across the horizon. And you started it going. It was a kind of musical Mexican wave. You went and the next one across went and you continued all across the mountain.
But the way yesterday we celebrated Dickie Finnegan's 74th birthday.
Really?
And Hilary McGrath had a wee cake. We didn't know that. We took it up and we sang to him on the top of Joanne, 74.
But in the old days, when I remember 10 years ago, when I used to accompany you, maybe it's not 10 years, but it was commonly said that you were the last of the summer wine and that you were looking for you were actively looking for a Nora Batty.
We are still looking for the Nora Batty.
You still don't have a Nora Batty?
No, we had temporary
with the nylons down around the ankles.
Yeah, and must have the run in the nylons coming down the whole.
The run.
We are fairly sort of strict on that.
On the run.
On the run, yeah.
It'd be very important because it replicates the old GI American thing of the line up the back of the nylon. That would be it. Joe, you think we're mad, don't you?
No. Oh, I know all about the GIs.
Do you?
Yes.
Have you written about them at all?
No, I'll tell you a wee story. During the Second World War, my mammy went to the Savoy Picture House, and during the war, the Newry was full of GIs, and there was a GI sitting beside my mammy. My mammy was a big smoker, and she stuck up a match to light her cigarettes, and the American soldier says, "Could I have a light, honey?" And she handed over to give him the light, and he says to her, "Gee, honey, but you have a lovely hand."
I'm going to ask, I have to ask the question. Did it lead on to romance?
No, Mommy had...
Oh, she was married at the time?
Mommy had 3 or 4 wee siblings.
Oh, well, that's never... Oh, yeah. You were there already. That's good, yeah. But it was an interesting time, Well, boys, you're going to take me into the land of Kavanagh, is that it?
Yeah, we're going to Inniskeen in County Monaghan to Paddy Kavanagh. Joseph Alphonsus and myself have a great love of Paddy's stuff, and matter of fact,
He knows it off by heart.
he does, yeah. And Seamus Heaney, that's what he said. That's what inspired him. The likes of a poet like Kavanagh. Kavanagh, he was a man you wouldn't invite to your party because you were never
Sure
of what way he was going to go. He could
You know,
be
Benny,
good.
do you know, I'm a bit that way myself. You don't see me at too many parties.
Parties, no.
And I think there's a wisdom in that, you know. I'm just happy to be the way I am.
This is it.
A cantankerous
Yeah.
owl git. It's not a bad way to be.
But like you think of Kavanagh, he was barred out of all the pubs and hotels in Dundalk. And in Dublin he was much the same. There's a lot of places that he couldn't go into because he had blotted his copybook from previous
But
times.
very often it was just him calling a spade a spade.
Correct.
And speaking his mind.
He was brilliant, and his way with words was absolutely
Yeah.
superb.
I know that people don't like the straight question.
No.
And Kavanagh found this as well, because I remember one night at a hostelry, at a restaurant in Warren Point, we were having a pizza and relaxed, and the dessert was like 35 minutes coming.
Right.
So I said, look, any word of the dessert? And the young man said, oh, I'll check in the kitchen. So nothing happened for another 10 minutes. And then I said to him again, excuse me, any word of the dessert? He said, I'll check in the kitchen. And I said, when? And he said, what? I said, when? He said, what do you mean? I said, when will you check in the kitchen? He said, don't you talk to me like that. I was only asking a question.
It's a bit question.
People don't like to be
yeah.
confronted with the honesty of a straight question. Do you find that, Joseph?
I second that.
Thank you.
Yes.
I think so. That's the way it is. And the higher up the line they go, if they get into positions of power, and Kavanagh would have recognised this too. If they get into positions of power, they begin to take out a wee bit. They begin to believe their own publicity, and you have to doff the cap. There's only one man I'll doff the cap to, and he's the patriarch of the Newry Writers Group, Joseph Alphonsus Morgan. You second that? I know you do. I know you do. So, guys, will I shut up and let you at it?
Right. We're going to do it's a poem written by Kavanagh. It's called A Christmas Childhood.
Oh, lovely.
And it's taking you back to what Christmas was like 100 years ago.
Oh, I'm going to lie down and enjoy this.
We're going to do Raglan Road, alla fresco, because we have no music.
Yeah, no, that's
and
good.
then Joe's going to give us Shankaduff.
Shankaduff. Wow.
Okay.
Are we stood by for this, Sean? Have we all the decibels organised the way it should be? We're flying. Take it away, guys.
My father played the melodeon outside at our gate. There were stars in the morning's east, and we danced to his music. Across the wild bogs his melodeon called to Lennons and Callans. As I pulled on my trousers in a hurry, I knew some strange thing had happened. Outside in the cowhouse, my mother made the music of milking. The light of her stable lamp was a star, and the frost of Bethlehem made it twinkle. A water hen screeched in the bog. Mass-going feet crunched the wafer-thin ice on the potholes. Somebody wistfully twisted a bellows wheel. My child poet picked out the letters on the grey stone. In silver, the wonder of a Christmas townland, the winking glitter of a frosty dawn. Cassiopeia was over Cassidy's hanging hill. I looked, and 3 wind bushes rode across the horizon, the 3 wise men. An old man passing said, "Hey, can't he make that thing talk?" The melodeon. I hid in the doorway and tightened the belt on my box-pleated coat. I nicked 6 nicks on the doorpost with my penknife's big blade. There was a little one for cutting tobacco, and I was 6 Christmases of age. My father played the melodeon, my mother milked the cow, and I had a prayer like a white rose pinned on the Virgin Mary's blouse. On Raglan Road, on an autumn's day, I saw her first and knew that her dark hair 'twould weave a snare that I might one day rue. I saw the danger, yet it passed along the enchanted way. And I said, let grief be a fallen leaf at the dawning of the day. In Grafton Street in November, I tripped lightly along the ledge of a deep ravine where can be seen through earth a passion's pledge. The Queen of Hearts still making tarts, and I'm not making hay. Oh, I loved so much, by such is happiness thrown away. Oh, I gave her gifts of the mind I give her the secret sign that's known to the artist who has known through gods of sand or stone. And words and tint I did not stint, for I gave her poems to say, with her own name there and her own dark hair, like clouds over fields of May.
My black hills have never seen the sun rising. Eternally they look north towards Armagh. Lot's wife would not be salt if she had been incurious as my black hills that are happy when dawn whitens Glasdrummin Chapel. My hills hoard the bright shillings of March, while the sun searches in every pocket. They are my Alps, and I have climbed the Matterhorn with a sheaf of hay for 3 perishing calves in the field, under the big foot of rock savage. The sleety winds fondle the rushy beards of Shancaduff, while the cattle drovers, sheltering under the Fadana bush, look up and say, who owns them hungry hills that the water hen and snipe must have forsaken? A poet? Then by heavens he must be poor. I hear, and is my heart not badly shaken?
In a quiet street where old ghosts meet, I see her walking now. Away from me so hurriedly, my reason must allow that I have would just as I should this creature made of clay. When the angel moves, that clay it lose its wings at the dawn of day.
Wow, bravo. Well done, you guys. Well done. And thank you for coming in.
Not at all.
Wow, you painted so many beautiful pictures there. Really wonderful.
The cabinet has some tapestry.
Oh, sure, the tapestry, the woof and the weave of that. Absolutely amazing. Gorgeous boys. Thank you very, very much indeed.
Yes.
You're a good team, the pair of you
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
We bounce off one another.
Yes.
Use three, you're a queer pair if I ever saw one. Sean, let's have
Very
some
good.
music now, please. Thank you, lads, and go well. Take care.
Right.
That's
Thank you
fine.
so much
Delighted
for coming
to
in.
be.